Hello everybody, I'm Melissa Cady, the Challenge Doctor, and just got done with a little run or jog and walk exercise, but wanted to bring up a huge point on strength. And I know a lot of people may ignore doing some strength training, but it is extraordinarily important for several reasons. One being, as I've mentioned before, after your 20s and 30s you start losing muscle as you get older. The other thing is that as you work on your strength, and for me personally, I actually have less pain in my joints. So like my knee, my left knee will give me pain if you don't have knee muscles per se, but I work on my quadricep, my hamstring, and my glutes, so that I actually can take some of the stress off my knee. So if I was trying to go do like a higher impact exercise such as running, then I need to have my muscles prepared for that kind of activity. Or even if it's not as high impact, but I'm putting continuous lower stress on it, then I like to have the extra strength. So I actually know from getting to know my body over 43 years, just stated my age, I actually have noticed that my joints, my left shoulder in particular, tends to, I can make a sulcus sign, or I can get a gap because it's very stretchy. And so if I don't keep my shoulder girdle, upper back strong, then it doesn't hold it well in place. I tend to have it get uncomfortable or painful under certain positions, and same thing with my knee. So my knee will start bothering me if I don't keep myself strong. So this is like a self-care issue that I have to deal with for the rest of my life, and more so as I get older. So the other thing is that all of the tissues that tie into the muscles, the fascia, the tendons, if you can give it a little bit of strain but not overstrain, where you just put a little bit of stress or challenge on it, then you allow that kind of information input to your body, make your body realize it needs to sustain some kind of strength. So the thing about when we think about how we challenge ourselves, we don't want to do it all of a sudden too intensely, too fast. You're not applying the idea or just the theory that adaptation is critical for human bodies. So let's just think about looking at some astronauts who go without gravity for maybe a year. They get back on Earth, if they can barely walk. So for them, their challenge and their stress and their pain is just to try to walk again. So they have to build the strength to actually deal with the world of gravity. So that's just at a base level. But if you're saying in a job where you're constantly hunched over or your posture's bad, first of all, that's an issue to address. But keeping yourself strong, at least having some level of strength to sustain a certain type of variety of activity or demands of your job, you need that strength to sustain you and prevent any pain issues. There's more than just strength. And hi, Billy. Strength is important, but if you think about it, when you actually strengthen yourself, you actually are allowing the muscles to tighten over days to weeks of all your activities that are increasing the challenge. So sometimes, for some people, especially myself, I find that I tend to run tight when it comes to my tissues, my fascia, my muscles. So I know that I have to give the input to my body to remain strong, but I also need to give it the input that I need to have some flexibility so that I can not have pain of sustained contraction or too much contraction. So it's very strange for me. There's certain parts of my body I know that tend to be more loose, some areas tend to be more tight. The other thing is there's some areas that tend to be more asymmetric, whether it's relevant or not. I just know that certain things that I do, when I reassess the situation, I do better. So for instance, if I start noticing I'm starting to get some hip little pain, I know that I'm going too hard, too fast on my run. I slow down. I work on actually some muscle strengthening to kind of activate those muscles better, and I move gently back into it, and then I'm fine. So it's not that I get all worried about that particular pain. I'm trying to read that pain, understand what is this trying to tell me. So trying to read your body, knowing that strength's important. One, just at a baseline to just maintain your daily activities. Secondly, as we get older, we're going to lose our muscle mass. It's very important that we keep that strength. And over time, in general, you'll find that your pain threshold, and this is proven in studies, that if you actually exercise, even if it's just 3 days a week, there's studies that prove that you actually can tolerate pain better than others. So your threshold is higher. It takes more for you to actually consider suffering of some of the pain, whether it's a cold pressor test that they've done in studies. So I encourage you to see change within challenge by challenging your body, Sometimes exercise and strengthening can seem painful to some people, but if you just do it in small increments, you'll find that you'll have a benefit that can last a lifetime as long as you keep doing it. It is a very dynamic process. You can't do it once. So until next time, challenge your health before your health challenges you. And if you have any suggestions or want to talk about anything else on these videos, feel free to leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.